Okay, what is your last project that you worked on? Can you explain me functionally and talk more in terms of your daily routine? So, what's your major roles and responsibilities? What kinds of testings have you performed?
Yeah,
And what was the methodology that you have followed?
yeah. There are two different projects currently I've been working on. One is the healthcare domain and the insurance. We have the more, requirements in the healthcare implementation part. So in the healthcare, we are developing this project for the Astra Hospital from the Kuwait. The client is from Kuwait. Hospital, contain different type of models like front office, physician, ward, ADT, pharmacy. There are different type of models, radiology, laboratory. There are a bunch of models inside that. So we have a different type of patients in the hospital, like outpatient, inpatient, daycare patient, and emergency patient. So outpatient, like we treat like whenever the patient comes to the hospital, that patient should register in the front office and front office model, and then that guy has to consult the particular doctor, consent doctor, based on the health issues. So then, based on the health issues, he visit the or she visit the physician, and physician will prescribe the medicines if the patient health condition is good. Okay, we don't need to admit in the hospital. So then, in that case, the patient will leave the hospital. Then that patient will become the outpatient. A patient needs to admit in the hospital, and then that patient will move to the ward. There is a ward, and there are a bunch of beds in the ward, and that patient has to register as a IPE patient, inpatient. So like that, the patient flow will continue, and then after, if patient wants to admit for one day, then that patient will consider as a daycare patient. Emergency patients, like we have the any accident cases. Okay, immediately the patient rushes to the hospital, and they won't register immediately. Later they will register as an inpatient, but initially, we are taking as an emergency patient. And if patient wants to take an X-ray, or any kind of blood test, or kind of things, then that patient has to move to the laboratory module, kind of any kind of blood test kind of things. Any X-ray scan related things, then the patient will move to the radiology module. Like that, we have the pharmacy also. If you would like to take any medicines from the pharmacy, then the patient has to go to the pharmacy and get the medicines. Like this, we have a bunch of models inside the hospital. This is a big, very big project basically.
How good are database queries?
Database queries, yeah, I mostly perform. Execute the bunch of queries, like join queries, and we have the first procedures where they are giving by the developers. I'm fine with the DDL
How would
comments.
you rate yourself?
Out of five, I can give four.
Okay. Can you write a query for me? So use this chat box and write a query.
Okay.
Where you can take an example of a table, customer table, and give me the query that will print me the duplicate records in the table. I need to know what are the duplicate IDs and what is the count of each duplicate.
You want duplicate or not duplicate records?
Duplicate records.
Okay, duplicate records in SQL. Okay.
Can you tell me the logic?
Logic we have to use for
So
display.
can you write it in the chat box?
Yeah, sure. I'll do that.
So you're saying about logic.
Yes, basically we have to use the group by, and having, we can use that. Example, if the so and so count, example, the records count is greater than one, then in that case you should display the duplicate records. Example, there is a customer ID 100. If the count is more than one, then you have to, like example, select some column name and count of that customer ID, and from the customers
Can you
group.
write the syntax?
Yeah, sure.
Write the syntax
Sure, sure.
in the chat window.
Yeah, this is the main syntax basically for the customer table.
Sorry?
Yeah, I think I pinged you. Select that particular column name and count of your customer ID or that particular column name from customer, and group by that particular column, and then having count of that particular column is greater than one. That means more than one record.
What kinds of different testings that you have performed?
Kinds of testing, it is different from UI to API to database basically. In the UI, we are performing smoke, functional retesting, regression testing, system testing, ad hoc testing, acceptance testing, alpha testing, UAT. Yeah, all this type of testing we perform.
Okay, why is that you're looking for a change, Varsha?
For career growth, because since last 5 years I'm working with the same company, so that's the reason for its learning scope is very less here, and I would like to change. Like I want to work on multiple domains and technologies.
Do you have any experience in automation?
Automation, I just started learning Selenium Java, but not I don't have an hands-on experience. I'm just learning it. Only API automation.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I am good from my side, Varsha. So, do you have any questions?
No, thanks.
Okay. Thanks, Varsha.
Thanks.